Okay. This wasn't the video I was going to make. I've tried to make that about 3 times. It did get put up, but I wasn't happy with the quality. So, in the meantime, let's do something that I'm interested in. I like it when people talk about what they're listening to. In the car, obviously I'm in my car at the moment. It's raining, it's miserable. Obviously, repping aborted. It's my birthday today, so this is my birthday shirt I've worn for the last 6 years. It's kind of a weird tradition, but can't beat aborted. But today, I just wanted to talk about some of the stuff I'm spinning in the car at the moment. I do a lot of deliveries, food, stuff like that, so it's a lot of time, a lot of death metal, as you can imagine. A lot of sitting there like a nerd trying to go, do I want to listen to this today? Do I want to listen to that today? But this is the stack I've been going through, especially today and over the course of the weekend. But I just wanted to share it with you and kind of go why I chose what I chose. So we're going to start from the start. That would be Bathory, Into the Eternal Flame. No, that's wrong. That's the fucking song on the album. It's Under the Sign of the Black Mark. This would be their third album. I want to say this was 86, 87 possibly. But it's a fucking banger. Can't beat Bathory, especially early Bathory. Obviously, what they would become on Bloodfire Death due to the Viking era is not what they were to start with, but this is Woman of Dark Desire, Nocturnal Obscene Massacre, I think is the word. If it's Bathory, it's usually playing in the car. I usually tend to pick more. Bloodfire Death gets picked a lot. Nordlands 1 and 2, because I think together they're incredible as an overarching album. But I did just spin the first 3. And I fucking love the first album, but Bathory's played a lot. I have to constantly remind myself not to grab it, because I'll grab more Bathory as the days go by. So Bathory is the first one. That's a banger. Next, I wanted to go with some more Swedish death metal, so I picked first 3, Dismember. I've put Dismember maybe as my top favourite Swedish death metal band of all time. They're just fucking, even their lesser, highly ranked albums, I think are fucking fantastic. Hate Campaign is a fucking banger. The self-titled with Under a Blood Red Sky. Oh, that fucking riff is made in worship. But went with the first 3. Again, Dismember is a band I will constantly play. I go through the catalogue 6-7 times a year easily. And these Nuclear Blast reissues they did, I want to say 2023. Yeah. Yep, 2023, and through summer last year, they reissued the whole catalogue fucking perfectly. You got everyone looking, well, brutal as fuck. It's just Dan Seagrave artwork, can't beat that. This is flawless. Every time it comes on, I just start mumbling the riffs. It's not my absolute top for Dismember album. That is the one coming up, but I love this band. I love this album. I love this style. Hard to replicate perfectly, but when it's done, it's fucking fantastic. You got some absolute Bleed For Me. You've got some absolute bangers like Bleed For Me, Skinner Alive, Sickening Art, Defecation, Dismembered, Override of the Overture. Every fucking song on here is a classic. And from dream to dream, we have always been like an ever-flowing stream. I love this band. I love them. I loved them live at MDF. I can't not talk about Dismember under any given circumstances. But the album, I think, is their peak of what they were. The second album, Indecent and Obscene, with, I do believe, Richard's chest on the cover. It's just fucking fantastic. As you can see, it's currently in the player. and I think we've just gone on to Dreaming in Red, but you've got so many absolute fucking fantastic albums. Songs, I mean, fuck, you've got Fleshless Skin Father, Case Obscene, Soul Devour, Reborn in Blasphemy. Reborn in Blasphemy! If Devin can do it, I'm gonna fucking start doing that shit too. Dreaming in Red, Eviscerated Bitch. This, I need a shirt of this. If they were going to play an album live, I'd love to see this one. I think this would be fucking fantastic in a live setting. It's a whole thing. It's just looking like some Hellraiser level shit there. It's just. Then following that up, we had the Fantastic Pieces EP, which they did. 6 songs, an intro, obviously. I do believe the Soon to Be Dead was the redone version for this EP, because that was on their first album. You got Torn Apart, you got Carnal Tomb, you've got I Wish You Hell Pieces. That's a fucking that first drum like kind of solo is very punky, but it's fucking fantastic. You got our old mate Jesus. I do believe this actual photo was all of them. I've seen somewhere where there is a full shot of all of them laying on the ground with their hair twisted together. Apparently it was not a fun day. It's a bitch to get undone, but Pieces, fucking love this band. And lastly, last 2 albums. So recently I found a copy of the Iron Maiden Monopoly, which is really, really fun. And yesterday I got to play it with my parents because they said, what do you want to do? We got the day, what do you want to do what do you want to do knowing that you're not going to be here tomorrow for your birthday? I was like, oh, well, we play Monopoly, we play Maiden Monopoly. So yeah, I've been kind of on a Maiden kick. I did spin No Prayer for the Dying last night, and I also span Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast has never been a high favourite for me, but I'm starting to really get into it. But no, the 2 I picked today, you got the 1988, no, that's 1986, yeah, 1986, yep, 1986, you got the 1986 classic, Somewhere in Time. Caught Somewhere in Time, Wasted Years, Sea of Madness, Heaven Can Wait Long. You got Alexander the Great, Stranger in a Strange Land. I think this was at peak of the 80s. Everyone's got a different opinion, but I think this was where everything just hit right. Songs are still played live. I think Wasted Years has been the closing song for about 10 years. Back in the modern sets, but always, every time it comes up, I'm like, I grab this as my go-to Maiden album. Maybe Peace of Mind, but this is usually the one. So that, and lastly, we've got Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Another one I have a soft spot for. Infinite Dreams, The Evil That Man Can Do. Seventh Son, Can I Play With Madness. This is the newer reissue, but it's a 1998 release. I have a love-hate relationship with Maiden. I do love them. They're a great live band. I love a lot of their catalogue. But if you said to me, do I like them over Priest? The answer is Priest every day of the week. I've always found the riffs in Priest much more interesting. Better songs, even the commercial glammy stuff is more fun. But they can't deny that Maiden has its moment still. But the new stuff is just a bit too long. Some of it works. A Matter of Life and Death, I think, is near flawless in their catalogue. But if they played stuff like this again, I'd fucking go to that show. But no, yeah, so I always talking to my friends like, oh, what are you playing? Like, what are you listening to? Like, how do you pick what you want to listen to? And yeah, just people don't really do a lot of these videos, I've noticed, but I do think they're interesting. I have got a haul video that is from Direct Merch, an Australian company. I tried to record that a few times, hasn't tried to do it this morning, didn't go very well. And another package I got, but I've also ordered more, as you do, as collectors. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I got a really good response from the underrated gems in bands catalogue, usually kind of going with later era stuff. Devon, I know you did another video on that, so I'm thinking maybe I could do another one. I'd love to do a video on Swedish death metal, but I think I'll just ramble on and spend an hour talking about Dismember, because why the fuck not? There's a lot of things. I know friends have suggested doing videos on Australian stuff. Really, my collection within Australian stuff is lackluster, because we have a lot more like metalcore and shit, poser shit over here. It's not really my style, but if I could get some Blood Duster in the collection. I just started spinning Werewolves, on Dave Healy's bands. Brennan seems like something I should really check into. There's some good stuff, but I'll have to track some of it down to really be able to go in and talk about it. No, I just want to say thank you. Like, I'm at about 25 subscribers now, give or take. I know that's not a lot, but for something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I finally did it. I'm really glad that I've had the response I have had, and hope you've all found a band, or just enjoyed someone talking about a band you love that nobody else talks about. Remember, stay brutal and have a fun fucking day.